All right, bro. So welcome again, brother Jay. Welcome again. Bringing in brother Avery. So
Yeah, no problem. Let's see what is happening down
yeah,
there in Speaker's Corner in Great Britain.
and he doing it, man. These guys are doing it, man. Doing it big, man. He really doing
I wish we could have something like that in Sierra Leone here, but
it. I know.
From God Logic Apologetics debates Mansoor from Speaker's Corner and Holy Cannoli. Brothers and sisters, you do not want to miss this barbecue.
Well, now tell me, why are you not a Muslim?
I'm not a Muslim because
Avery, did you say your name is?
yes, sir.
Avery, I'm Mansour.
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
First time here in Speaker's Corner?
Yes, sir.
All right.
So it's a load, kind of a loaded question, but I like something specific. So one reason why I reject Islam is because, as a Christian, the words of Jesus are important to me, and so the Quran mentions how Jesus said that a messenger named Ahmed will come after him, right? And so obviously, being a Christian, if Jesus ever mentioned a messenger to come after him named Ahmed, I definitely believe it. I would believe in that messenger. I believe that, he's a prophet of God that brought the message of God, and I'll go with it. However, I don't see any evidence of that. So I see evidence of the contrary. So that's a huge reason why I would say I reject Islam.
So if you were not a Christian, you would reject Islam because it mentions something that goes against the Bible. That makes sense.
And it's not just it's something that goes against the Bible. It's saying it's making a positive claim.
Let me rephrase what I'm saying.
Okay, go ahead.
If you didn't know anything about Christianity, would your rejection of Islam still be valid the way you explained Islam?
Yes.
Right. So the Quran says Christ talked about someone to come after him, whose name would be Ahmed, and you, whether you're a Christian or you have no knowledge of Christianity, you think because of that you reject Christianity.
Yeah, and here's the reason why. It's because if I'm investigating the claims as an investigator, I'm trying to verify. Okay, is he telling the truth here? So when I go and I investigate, and I don't see anywhere in any history where Jesus mentioned Ahmed to come after him, I'm like, oh, well, this book is false. It's making a false claim.
Very interesting. So as an investigator, you have investigated and looked into what this claim Jesus made. Firstly, where he made this claim.
Yeah.
The writings you've read yourself in Greek, in Hebrew, in Aramaic. So you've learned of all these languages and investigated, right?
I've looked into the text.
So
and I haven't seen it.
If a text is in Greek, you've looked into the Greek text, you've understood it, fine, good. So you've investigated that the early reports about Christ, the ones that talks about Christ himself, and you have made yourself a good investigator, a good critic, and say this kind of writings is authentic and acceptable and reliable. For example, when we look at writings about Christ, in the Gospel of St. Thomas, for example, 114 sayings, on the Gospel of Judas, in the Gospel of Infancy, right? In the Gospel of Mary, none of which are in the Christian canon, in the Bible the Christians follow today. But these were written by people who thought they were following Christ, who thought they were following the teaching of Christ, what Christ preached. So you investigated them and you considered, so you have all of these writings, the 4 in the New Testament, in your New Testament, and the other 45 or so that we know of extant in various manuscript traditions, and you said, okay, this is reliable, this is not. So the question now pinges on, how do you establish authenticity and reliability of all of these textual tradition that is available to us?
That's actually not the question.
That's the question for me,
well,
for you.
Well, yeah, so my question is, at first was, where does Jesus say this? That was the question. Not on, is this reliable, is this reliable, is this reliable, is this reliable? When we look at the text of all the claims of what Jesus said,
Where?
we do not.
Where do you look?
In the earliest testaments that we have of his words. The New Testament.
That's right.
Right.
Again.
No, well, that's
no,
what we
that's
have.
what I'm saying.
Well,
It-
wait,
you
let me-
just-
can I land
I will let you speak, Avery, but I want to clarify something.
Yeah, but let me land this.
Huh?
Let me land.
But you misunderstood my question.
No, I'm trying to explain my point.
But did you understand my question, though?
I understand your question.
Go ahead.
You asked me how.
Go ahead.
So
Answer
this
the
is why
question.
I'm saying this, because you're changing the conversation
I am
too.
not.
Customers inherently know when they are taken care of. It's what keeps them coming back again and again. Uber vouchers.
Not that my first question was, does Jesus mention and so where? I haven't seen anywhere where he does that. So if you can provide that for me, that would be beautiful.
Sure. So this is what I'm trying to establish.
Okay.
Whatever Christ said or not said, let me just remind you, so if you didn't remember, there are reports in some Gospels, Christ is saying something like this: I have many things to tell you. Many things. Not one thing, not two things, many things. But you cannot bear them. But when I go, he will come and tell you. That means whatever Christ said, he said many things, but he didn't actually tell them, these disciples. So the things that he didn't say, that also did he tell to someone else, number one, because he didn't tell them, right? Like he didn't meet Paul in real life when he was alive.
He did.
No. Paul, in real life,
Jesus is alive.
In real life, Paul didn't meet Christ.
Yes, he did.
Don't tell me, because Paul saw a vision, not real Jesus, right?
Wait, it was Jesus.
Let's see that.
He's alive.
A vision and a dream is not the same as seeing you. If I see you in my dream, and if I see you now physically, is it the same? It's not the same. So I don't have to even listen to answer for it.
Did Muhammad really see Jesus and Abraham and Moses?
Let me clarify.
On the night journey?
Let me clarify.
Because that was a vision.
Let me clarify.
But you believe that?
Hang on. To clarify, I'm making a distinction.
It's a double standard.
I'm making a distinction.
What's the distinction?
I am telling you.
Okay.
So now, when we say, where did Christ say these things, right? You have documents in which you say, these are the documents that we believe Christ says so, right? The question inevitably that comes is, how reliable are these documents in which they supposedly talk about what Christ said or Christ did? So it's important for us to verify and authenticate these documents.
All right, let me respond.
Let me respond. You can respond. But here's my question. Here's my question. What are the criteria that we can use to determine the authenticity and reliability of what Christ said in those available documents?
Got you. So let me ask you this, and just a quick answer, please, so I can pick it back off. When you quoted Jesus saying, I have many things to say to you, but you can't bear them now, was that authentic? Is that an authentic
For
statement?
me, it's not. But for you, it is.
Wait, no, you don't know what's authentic for me.
Okay.
Hold on.
I'll take it.
Time out. Just don't misrepresent me. I won't do that to you. You quoted it.
What did I say earlier?
Please stop.
Did
I interrupt you?
What did I say?
Did I interrupt you?
Yes, you did.
No, I did not. I sat here and let you speak.
I know, you interrupted me.
No, I know. I let you speak. It's on camera.
Continue.
So, thank you. I appreciate it. So you quoted, you said in one of these documents, Jesus says, and you built your argument on, there's other words that Jesus mentioned that are not found here, and he didn't tell you what these words are. That's what you built your case on. So now when I asked you, okay, let's rewind, that verse that you quoted, was it authentic? You said no. So then therefore, you don't know if there were other words. You can't say that there were many words that Jesus didn't say to his disciples. You don't know if he didn't say everything.
Respond.
No, let me finish.
Okay?
So you don't know if Jesus didn't say everything. For all we know, he did. Especially according to the Quran, he said everything that was in the Injil. He revealed the Injil from the Quran's paradigm. So he didn't miss anything. Now, we'll see. So now, but you didn't finish the verse. He says, I have many things to say to you now, right? But I have many things to say to you, but you can't bear them now. But when the Holy Spirit comes, who the Father will send in my name, he will guide you into all truth. For some reason, you left it out. I don't know why. But
I can tell you why right now. Because he wasn't important. Why those trying to make it?
It's very important. It's very important. So here it is. I'm asking
again.
Where
are they recorded those many things?
This is what I'm asking. Your Quran says, it makes a claim, Jesus mentioned Ahmed to come after him. Where did he say that?
I'm telling you, in my turn, I'm explaining to you.
All right.
Just like the prophecies of Christ himself cannot be found even by his name even once in the Old Testament, the entirety of the Old Testament, we say, this way the Quran is saying, he was described to them by description, by attributes, right? So the prophet was known to them, not only by, like, this is what it is, says X, Y, and Z, but it was all known through description. Just like the absence of every single book of the Old Testament in which the name of Christ is not even mentioned once. You assume it's referring to Jesus. It might well refer to Hare Krishna, right? So now, let's come back to the point I'm saying. When I say Jesus says many things, I didn't say this was authentic to me. I am saying, you consider Avery, this part authentic to you, binding to you, not to me, to you. So from your own binding, at least, you should say, right, I agree there were many things you were supposed to say he didn't, right? So the question I asked you again, which you didn't answer, is this. The criteria of determining authenticity and reliability. Let's go and hear once again.
Okay. Okay. So you mentioned how you try to make a parallel. How Jesus, the Old Testament prophecies about Jesus.
Are you answering the question?
He's not, I'm responding to you. I'm responding to you because you didn't answer my question.
Direct question.
Yeah, I asked the direct. Wait, I asked the direct question and you didn't answer me.
What was the direct question?
My direct question was: your Quran says Jesus mentioned Ahmed. Where did he say that? That was a direct question, and you didn't answer me directly. You went on waffling about.
Misunderstood.
Well, stop.
You misunderstood.
Okay. Well, you're misunderstanding me then.
No, I haven't.
Okay, that's fine. All right, so let me respond. Can I?
What are you responding to?
I'm responding to you. I wrote down what you said. I wrote down what you said.
No.
So I'm responding. You're wasting my time.
What did I say?
I'm about to say it. I'm responding. Okay. So you mentioned how that Jesus, the Old Testament prophecies about Jesus, we won't find Jesus prophesied by name in the Old Testament. However, we can find descriptions of him in these Old Testament prophecies, and likewise, it will be like Muhammad, where we don't find his name explicitly, but the Quran says we'll find his descriptions. However, this is where you have a problem, Mansour. Your problem is that your Quran says we'll find him by name. It says it. It says Jesus said, a messenger named Ahmed will come after me. So I'm asking, where did he say this? Wait, pause. So this is where it's a false equivocation. It's not the same thing. It's a false parallel. With Jesus, the Bible doesn't say in the Old Testament, we'll find the Messiah by name. However, we do. Isaiah 49:6, it mentions Yeshua, the salvation of Christ. So we do find him by name. So wait. So pause. Look, here's the thing.
Don't make claims.
Here's
have a discussion.
No, yeah,
engage with me.
I am.
You're not engaging
but I need you to engage with me.
What I'm saying is,
you said that we find descriptions of Muhammad, right? We don't have to find his name, which it says that elsewhere in 7157 that we find him written. Okay, that doesn't by name.
Do you have the Bible?
61 verse 6.
Finish what you.
I got you. Thank you.
Because you don't seem to be engaging.
Well, I'm engaging with you directly. You're not engaging with me.
No, you're not listening to my clarification.
Let's listen to each other. 61 verse 6 says Ahmed is mentioned by name. Where?
I'll answer again. You do not have the document surviving, and I'll tell you why. The existence.
Wait, say that part again. Sorry. Repeat yourself. I didn't hear.
You do not possess the documents in which we can find these names, and I'll tell you why. Because Christians have been, as well as the Jewish people, throughout the centuries, corrupting these so-called words attributed to the prophets and messengers and vice versa. For example, I alluded to you how the corruption took place even in the first 400 years of Christianity. People were corrupting the text left, right, and center. Now, what's more important about the God we worship or so-called prophecies here and there? What's more important?
I'll answer you. It's true. Like, for example, if Allah says anything wrong in the Quran
about him,
anything, if he says anything,
concept of God.
Okay. Can God be wrong about anything?
Let me answer.
No, it's a yes or no, please, because it's my turn to speak.
You want me to answer
hold on.
in a controlled
I got you. Hold on. Can God be wrong in anything?
No!
Can God be wrong about anything?
Let me answer.
It's a yes or no, so I can continue.
Do you want me to answer?
No, it's okay.
Okay.
So the answer, as we get from the crowd, is a no. Okay, I hope you agree. I don't know. You might be
irrelevant. Because you don't allow me to answer. You're so.
We'll see. I don't know.
Anyway, continue.
So the answer for the crowd and most Muslims will be no. Well, I'm speaking to you. And I'm just letting you know that you're a heretic.
It's unfair.
It's very fair. It's very fair because you won't. So I didn't ask your supporters.
You're very
got to
unfair.
ask people. You didn't answer the question. You didn't answer the question, Mansour.
Ask him again.
Okay. Can God be wrong about anything? Yes or no?
Are you finished?
Yes or no?
Okay. Let the crowd tell him. Ask him. Is he finished?
It's a yes or no. So I can continue.
Are you finished?
I'm asking this for a reason.
I am going to answer, but I don't want you to interrupt.
All right, pause. Yeah, so no. So it's okay.
No.
It's no. I don't want you to answer.
It's not okay.
I don't want you to answer. It's okay. It's okay.
I don't want to talk to you.
Well, that's fine.
Because you
look, don't run away now, man.
You're running away.
Don't run away now, man. Come on, man. Don't run away now. Come on,
you know what? It's my time or your time.
Come on, Mansour. Yo, come on, man. Come on, man. Mansour, really?
Shameful on you, isn't it?
No, it's terrible.
You are here to play a game. Look, we busted your game, right?
Really?
If you want to continue,
you just busted Allah and Muhammad.
Hang on. We busted your game.
You busted Muhammad. I'm about to show you out. That's why you don't want to answer.
If you want to engage with me talking,
that's why you don't want to answer.
Hear my answer.
That's why you don't want to answer.
Have you
we
finished?
Busted your game.
Have you finished?
That's why you don't want to answer the question.
Have you finished?
Okay, how about I'm gonna just respond.
Have you finished your question?
No, I haven't.
Okay. Finish your question.
Okay, thank you. All right. So it's okay. We good. We here. We good. So the question was, can Allah be wrong about anything? Mansour refused to answer the question, but everybody else
correction.
Yes.
You did not.
Everybody else said
you did
no.
not give me
Whoa. Relax. Yes, I did. Yes. It's a yes or no, Mansour. It's a yes or no, Mansour. Mansour, we right here. We're here. We're right here. Focus.
Does it mean?
Focus.
That really shows the intellectual maturity of the Christian crowd. Shameful.
Hey. The Christians have the intellectual capacity to answer a simple question. Hey, good job, Christians. Good job, Christians. Yeshua Akbar. Come on, man.
As we now realize, you are not sincere to have a discussion with a Muslim.
I don't think you're sincere. You haven't been able to answer a single question straightforward. Why are you refusing to answer a question straightforward?
I haven't refused.
Yes, you have.
You are not allowing me to respond.
Here it is. Can Allah be wrong? Yes or no, Mansour?
I'm answering.
Yes, a yes or no.
He's not finished.
It's a yes or no.
Okay, stop there. And I'm going to answer.
It's a yes or no.
Hey, yo, what's up, brother Jay? You there?
Yeah, right here. I'm listening to Brother Avery, and that's Muslim brother.
Nah, he's not gonna answer that question, man. I'm about to go to sleep, man. That brother.
I see, because if he tried to answer that question, he will just blow up the whole Qiddah of Islam.
It's crazy, man. These people crazy, man.
Yeah, and we're supposed to have a debate on this particular topic. This Muhammad prophesied in the Bible, whether he's the comforter or the one whom Jesus said he will come after him, according to what they, the Muslim, believe. I and Brother Mudaza, that sheikh from India. Yeah, he's been pesting me all this while that when are we going to have this debate, but I told him that you are quite busy, and so after you're less busy, let me just know.
He just want to talk.
Yeah, he just want to talk. He talks a lot, but it's good that we'll try to educate him.
Yeah. Well, Well, we'll see, man. We'll see. We'll make things. We'll make it
Yeah,
happen.
whenever you are free.
Yeah,
Whenever you are free, you just want to rest now.
yeah. But okay, man. Yeah, it's good, man. It's good to have this conversation going so everybody can learn and see what's going on. Let's keep praying for these brothers, man. They're traveling
Yeah,
all the world, trying to
absolutely.
uh, defending the gospel of Christ. I
Sure.
wish I wish we can do something like that, but you know, we can make yeah, we
We have
can
our own way. We have our own way. We can be able to do it just like them, but we thank God for the glory of God. I know that in the subsequent future, we have our own ways.
yeah. So all we can do right now is just to enlighten other people so the message can be spread around, through
Sure,
them and through
sure,
them everybody can learn.
sure.
Yeah, but yeah, bro, you got anything else you want to add to this?
No, well, I just want to cite the particular verse that they we are trying to talk about and which Muslim do normally quote. That is John chapter 14, verse 16 to 17. And Jesus says, He say, if you love me, you will keep my commandments, and
Yeah.
I will ask the Father. Listen, take notes. I will ask the Father of which you, the Muslims, seems not to believe that Jesus is any of a son to God, and he will give you another comforter to be with you forever. Take notes. To be with you forever,
Mhm.
even the Spirit of truth, whom the world cannot receive. Take note. The world cannot receive
Yeah.
this this comforter that this comforter that the Christ is talking about. The world cannot receive him because it neither sees him nor knows
No,
him. Take
no,
note.
him. Yeah.
The world would not see him, but Muhammad was seen and Muhammad was received.
Yeah.
You know him. Christ continued, you know him, for he dwells with you and will be in you. Now, according to the description of this comforter, Christ says that the disciples know already who the comforter is because he dwells with them. And when we say dwells, that is, you are with me, we are living together.
Yeah.
So, looking at this particular just this simple analysis, you know that Muslims are just making some unsubstantial arguments, by saying that it is Muhammad. The text clearly says that he dwells with you. Where did Muhammad and the disciples dwell together?
maybe
Very simple, you know.
maybe somewhere along the night journey. I don't know.
Okay, one day we are going for the 50 prayers.
But all right, bro.
All right, bro. All right,
Good.
then.
Man,
That's all.
good to see you around, bro.
Yeah, bro.
We're gonna do this again sometime.
Yeah, have a wonderful time. God bless you.
Shalom.
Yeah.